Good afternoon, everybody. My name's Jamie Radford, the CEO and founder of the Payable Association. Firstly, let me start with saying sorry. I couldn't be with you in person today. Diaries clashed. I'm currently in London, actually, at a conference and awards for the payroll industry. More on that later. Hopefully, you really enjoyed this morning's sessions. I know Michael's a host extraordinaire. No doubt you've been entertained, got lots of content, and also, I believe by now, actually had a tour of the Manchester United ground. This session hopefully is being streamed to you straight after Nigel's session, who will have taken you through sort of an overview of the P2P process and how to transform that. No doubt you really enjoyed that. So Michael's asked me to really jump on, and I'm recording this just in case the live stream doesn't work, but give you a viewpoint on sort of the top 5 challenges in the industry as it stands today. So if it's okay, I'm going to share a few slides, give you a viewpoint, give you an introduction to us, the association itself, and give you the 5 challenges, and more than happy to jump on and talk to anybody at any point. But let me start. So I'm going to share my screen. Let's just see if technology works at this point. So here we go. There we go. Right. Okay. So who are we? We are the elevator pitch for the association. We've been in existence for 7 years plus now. We represent the global interest of the payables world. We have a social following of just in excess of 50,000 people. We were created from a LinkedIn group, actually. So if you don't know the backstory, the group was created 7-8 years ago, and it now stands, as I say, well in excess of 50,000. And we stand for 3 things, absolutely. We're a membership body, so we enjoy members from around the globe, predominantly UK and Ireland, but around the globe as well. We have certifications, courses, and qualifications, which we're proud to, again, share our knowledge and expertise around UK and Europe. And then we also do events. So we're very well known in the industry for events and our annual conference. Again, and Mr. Michael Ryan has been our MC for many a year, so no doubt he'll fill you in on all that good stuff. So that's a bit of context on ourselves. We've been in the industry a long time. We've got lots and lots of members that we work with in UK and Ireland. So it gives you hopefully a bit of context to who we are and give you a bit of background on the top 5 sort of challenges we face. So if I, without further ado, go on to the next slide. So top 5 in no particular order, but I'll start with number 1. Now, again, I know Karen Young's in the room with you today, and Karen's a partner of ours at Hays. We've had a long-standing relationship with Hays, and no doubt she will have already told you the challenges that the recruitment industry have. But in the transactional world, definitely around accounts payable, the challenge is always about attraction and retention. Attracting the right quality of teams and staff is always a challenge in any transactional world, and specifically around accounts payable. I actually was at a session yesterday with the team at Hays and looked over the salary survey that the Hays team do, and we sort of contribute a little to. And what amazed me actually was when you look down if you look at the inflation within the UK and then the increases in salary across the finance world, bottom of the list, it was accounts payable coming in around about 5%, I think, increase sort of across the UK. And at the very top, it was qualified accountants at around 8.1%. Now, I know these numbers may change, but if you take into context that, the AP teams aren't probably as recognised as they should be, it's very difficult to attract somebody into a very transactional by nature role. Very stressful job, actually. Lots of stress and strains in what they do generally day to day. And then by the time you've got the right person, you've gone through that process of trying to bring the right person in, you've got to retain them. So again, the challenge there is all about, it's pay and rewards generally, and then conditions. So again, the chap that I listened to yesterday from Hays, he was talking around the different cultures and the different sort of environments that you can set. So top of the list now, absolutely in our industry, is not only pay, recognition and reward, but also conditions in terms of working from home, that hybrid whole challenge around hybrid. So it's a big issue, big challenge. I can't see it being overcome in the near future. It's a challenging environment anyway, but it's number 1, on this list for today. Moving very much on to technology. Again, no doubt today you'll talk about technology in different areas. In the world of accounts payable, procure to pay, it's very quick, it's evolving very quickly. And the challenge really is one, keeping up to date with technology, and then two, introducing technology into businesses, especially around accounts payable. The issue that we have in the AP world is a lot of the people who introduce technology aren't talking to the relevant people, such as the people on the ground floor. So the culture that you build there is a done-to culture, ultimately, within the AP world. So the systems, the ERP systems, the automation products, no matter what it will be, they don't really feel they have a voice in terms of the design and the structure of what that should really look like. So ultimately, technology is evolving with the likes of AI and ChatGPT, and everybody seems to be worried about whether the jobs are all going, etc. But the reality is, there's an awful lot more that we can do as an industry to support, educate, and train. So technology is a moving feast, and it will continue to do so for many a year. I've been in the AP and finance space for 30+ years, and technology has always been there. And it has evolved, and I can see it continue to evolve. And no doubt what Nigel's gone through is a lot about process systems, maybe people as well, and the training elements. But it all starts for the very base level. Do you understand your processes? Have you got the right people in your business that are trained and supported? Then you look at technology. Anyway, next point, number 3, training education. Very much very similar to what I've mentioned in 1 and 2. In the world of transactional finance and accounts payable and procure to pay, training education is the heart. Training your people, educating them, supporting them is at the heart of definitely what we do as an association. But actually, when we talk to more and more employers, they are looking to invest. They really are. They realise now that people are very much at the heart of what they do, and they need to train them in all the things that we've spoken about. So technologies, processes. So the training education, although we have programs, courses, and qualifications, we are seeing people then going outside of those as well, and they're talking to technology providers about having training in the technology. No doubt that'll be a thing for the future, and we as an association will probably adopt some of those training courses as well. So it's a challenge. It will be an ongoing challenge. So let's move on to the 4th point, end-to-end process. This should absolutely fit into what Nigel's talk was all about. Really, if I take it back to grassroots here on the end-to-end, I don't thoroughly think that the organisations we speak to really understand what the end-to-end process is. Fundamentally, they may have procure to pay or P2P or source to pay in their titles, but that they really understand the nature of what end-to-end is from the very start of the process, from the sourcing, the selection, and the onboarding of the supplier, right through from the transactional elements to the payments to the supplier relationships. So we're doing an awful lot of work as an association to try and, again, educate employers, individuals in what end-to-end looks like, what then the best practice will look like, and then ultimately where they can continually improve and move towards, if you like, quality assured, sort of the best practice in the industry. So a lot more education needs to be done in this area. And no doubt, I mean, Nigel's there today, and I know he's working on a big project at the moment, but individuals such as Nigel, Michael, they're the people to go to for this sort of advice and support, which is this whole transformation, going back to grassroots, looking at where the challenges are in the process. The end-to-end is really important. And then lastly, before I leave you for today, is the recognition piece. We absolutely stand, if you look at the core of what the association stands for is reward, recognition, and the voice of accounts payable. Recognition will always be a challenge in our industry, whether it's individually within their own organisation or then more globally in the sort of the world of finance and transactional finance. We're on a mission, we really are, to try and get people recognised. From programs to awards to gala dinners, whatever it will be. But recognition will always be a challenge. We were fortunate to go to the House of Lords. Michael joined us late last year. We're going again this year. We are really trying to raise the profile, not only the individuals, but the departments. So it will always be a challenge, but it's one that we're on with at the moment. So I'm going to leave you there. I hope you thoroughly enjoy the rest of your day. I know you've got some other sessions. Apologies if you can hear any background noise, but I'm in the centre of London and trying to tell lots of London people to be quiet whilst I'm talking. It just can't happen. Anyway, look, again, once again, apologies for not being there. I hope at some point we can all meet in person. Have a lovely day. Hopefully the sun's shining in Manchester, and no doubt we'll catch up again soon. Thank you all. Thank you, Michael, and thank you all.